Hello everybody, welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. How is everybody? What a beautiful mix. We have Soul Child, we have grounding, and we have messages in the numbers. So this Soul Child reminds me of just the playfulness, the basking in the sun, the warmth of simple things, playing a game with your family, watching a good show when you're cuddled up with a good cup of tea or coffee, and really just doing heart-fueled things as well, doing things with intention. And I find when I'm really focused on things and I'm imbuing it with love and care, whether it's watering my plants or even cleaning process, it's like I imbue it with a sense of gratitude. Hey, I'm doing laundry because I can afford these clothes. I'm doing dishes because I can afford food to eat off these plates. All of these things that connect us with gratitude. And right away, the first thing that comes in after that for me is optimism, because I'm recognizing, wow, I have so much, and I don't know why we are engineered to want so excessively. I'm right there with everybody else. I pass a store and I'm like, oh, I could use a really good beach chair. Oh, I could use some new towels. Whatever it is, it's one of those things where our mind likes to occupy itself. So oftentimes, if we're not preempting negative or excessive or acquisition thoughts, they'll pop in. So we can monitor them instead with the Soul Child. Look at the sun, look at the blue sky. Like, I was in awe driving back from the university today, just looking up the way the water was, beaming gold with the sunshine, the happiness of the dogs being walked, all of that. So while I was busy appreciating that, I didn't have those wanting thoughts because I felt already full. I already felt as if I had enough, which I truly do. It's a wonderful feeling. It really brings in contentment, and it brings in restfulness, and it brings in like, I have all the time that I need, I have all the resources that I need, I am good. And it's the opposite of that. Oh, I need a cup of coffee, I need this, I need to go. That neediness can speed up and just have those beta waves, more, do. And it's less satisfying. Life is not satisfying when we're just going, and we can almost get on autopilot like that, because if we're led by our impulses, that's what happens. But Soul Child is led by their heart and their appreciation, and it brings us more to nature. It'll end us up at a park, or a place where we can watch dogs, or a place where we can watch people fishing, because we already have enough material things, which brings us to grounding. Grounding focuses on some wonderful things that help us get through stressful moments and gain control over negative or challenging emotions. And how can we do that? There's so many wonderful things. Some things are the one that I read about the most involves thinking about 5 things you can see, 4 things you can feel, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, 1 thing you can taste in your immediate environment. And it's grounding because we're using our senses. I like the category games where we think of types of dogs or jazz musicians or states that begin with A, cars, TV shows, sports, songs, things like that, because it brings us our focus on these singular things, as opposed to, again, beta, over here, because what happens, we'll think of one thought process, and if it's negative or it's stressful, it literally kicks open all those doors, and then we can overload our senses with, let's also worry about taxes and people and illness and all the stuff that if we're not really censoring what we are allowed to come in, everything will try to come in. So that's why I think, again, the appreciation for what we're seeing is very grounding. Counting, being in earth, being or earthing out, and just like touching a tree and seeing flowers, all of these things, which brings us to messages in the numbers. They're everywhere. I see them on license plate the most, because that's where I really need the most help on the road with people being maniacs. Love to see. And I see messages too. I'll see like 11, smile, and lots of numbers that show up, and just things that then kind of open that portal to, there are messages everywhere that bring in peace and bring in grounding and bring in, these kind of Soul Child messages of we're being helped. And if we go through these processes step by step, almost like we're giving instructions to somebody else for the things to look out for that bring us solace and calmness, then we start to look for them ourselves, and they really do the trick. They really do bring in that aha, and oh wow, there are things out there that are always supporting and manifesting, and the more we feel it, the more appreciation, gratitude comes in, and it's a beautiful cycle to be held in, as opposed to just subconscious triggers and listening to things we shouldn't, believing all of the stereotypical crap that's out there of, oh, you need the best house and car and blah blah blah, all the commercialism. When have you that wears off very quickly, regardless of what you can ever buy. It might be a little endorphin hit, but that just right away, it can wear off. So it's like, we need the things that really give us substance and essence and richness. And it's nature and people and animals 100%. So my beauties, that is what you're meant to hear today. I hope you all have a great day. Love and light.